Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today marks the official 2-week anniversary of my breast reduction. The process has been very interesting. If you haven't been following along, on January 4th, I received a breast reduction, a breast lift, and some lipo. And as much research as I have done or I did before the process, there was definitely a lot of stuff that I was not necessarily prepared for. So I'll definitely be making some videos separately to kind of address some of those different issues. But today is a good day. I feel pretty okay. It's definitely been really like up and down as far as how my body feels and how I feel like emotionally. I started getting lymphatic massages yesterday, and today I feel a lot better. Yesterday I felt horrible, and what I've read is, if you are even slightly dehydrated or anything like that, if you get a any kind of like deep tissue massage or lymphatic massage, anything like that, your body is trying to get rid of this waste. And so after I got that done, I was kind of feeling like crap yesterday. So just kind of trying to work on like hydration and everything. But my swelling is definitely down. It's still swollen. Like I definitely can tell, especially on the sides, like the side boob area, that it's still super swollen. Sometimes the swelling is so bad, like I feel like my arms aren't going down to the side, which when you have, big boobs previously, you're used to them not like going down all the sides, but like I can kind of feel the up and down, like depending on the day. Sometimes it's like bigger or not. So the massages have definitely helped. I'm trying to think like what updates. So I went for my 1 week post-op last week, obviously, and I really for something reason in my head, like I really was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my tape off today, I'm gonna do this. And no, the surgeon he looked at all my incisions and everything, made sure everything was good. He kind of checked where the swelling was. When you have these procedures done, the swelling is not the same as just like, I don't know, like I guess if you have like a bug bite, there's literal like these hard lumps inside my skin, like side of my like breast and like down through my like abdomen. And they, depending on your fluid intake and stuff like that, like, or depending on if you've been elevating your feet enough, they swell and they get super hard and it like stiffens you up. It's I think it's called fibrosis or something like that. I have to do more research before I put that out there. But yeah, so when you get really bad swelling, it's not good. Like I don't have my faja yet. I have some compression wear. This is actually what my doctor gave me. I have a couple different ones of these. They're kind of like Spanx, but a little bit tighter, I think. Like I said, today the swelling is not too bad. But with these, on my days that my swelling has been bad, they were so tight that they were literally like cutting into my skin. One of the garments I had previously was actually like I had blisters on my side from like where there was so much like friction and stuff like that. So and you have to stay in these garments pretty much all day, every day. The only time you're really supposed to take it off is when you're showering, or like obviously when you're washing the garment, which you try and knock both those out, because the thing is, as uncomfortable as they are, you do have to wear these because the compression helps with the swelling. So it's kind of I definitely had some moments where I just was like, bargaining with myself, like trying to justify, like, okay, if I take this, maybe I can take this off and just like relax for a little bit. But the one day I did that was like a catastrophe. Like I was so swollen the next day, like I had like cankles and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, we're not doing that again. So right now, this little like Spanx type material is working for me, but the lady that's been doing my massages, she actually has like custom ordered a faja for me, and I'll make a video about that whole experience and how that's going, because that is a multi-session process. But so she's ordering like a custom faja. A lot of the fajas that traditionally would be worn, they come up a little bit too high, so they kind of like, I have these incisions down like under my breast, so I can't wear anything that comes up too high. So yeah, she like did custom measurements and stuff like that for me. I don't know if I'm gonna like, I'm happy to have something that's gonna help my body like compress better and not deal with swelling, but also the thought of wearing something for 23 hours a day that's like tight is like super nerve-wracking to me. Like I'm claustrophobic about stuff, and I've noticed that I feel the same way like with super tight clothes. And yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, so far the 2 weeks, I definitely feel better today than I felt yesterday. It's been super up and down. My energy is super low. So like right now I'm recording this and like I feel good and I feel okay, but I'll probably be knocked out in the next like hour and a half, 2 hours. Like I've definitely noticed that's my energy is like just very, very up and down. Like I can just sit on the couch for a bit and next thing I know I'm asleep, and it's been several hours. I've tried to, I'm a workaholic, so I've tried to work a little bit on the background of my business or like admin type work, and I'll just notice like I'll try and start a project and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, the laptop is like pushed to the side and I've been like knocked out. So it takes a toll on your energy for sure. It's been really hard for me to focus as well. Like I was like all gung-ho, like, oh, I got some books that I finally am gonna sit down and read. I haven't touched those books. Every time I touch them, it's like I'll start reading and then, like I said, I'll kind of like doze off after a while. So that's been that. I've tried to keep myself like entertained as much as possible during this time. I've been like, watching everything that's streaming right now. So if you have any suggestions for stuff to watch, go ahead and put those down below. Or if you've had this done or had any kind of surgery done and you found something that kind of helped pass the time. I thought about getting one of those coloring book things, but I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, there's definitely like a haze. There's definitely like a mental haze. The first couple days after surgery, I had that like anesthesia high and I didn't realize that's what it was still. So I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is easier than I thought it was gonna be. And then like that day 2, I guess when everything had like finally dropped, like got out of my system, that's when it dropped the first time. And I was just like, holy shit, what did I get myself into? Because the healing process is not, easy. The swelling, like going back and forth, like trying to balance out, like how much water do I need to make sure I drink? Like, do I have everything that I need that's going to prevent me from swelling? That's been an issue for me. I still have all my tape and stuff. I would show you, but YouTube will probably flag me because I always get flagged for everything. But I still have tape all around here, all down here, and all under here. Let me see if I can show you a little bit. Yeah, like it's taped everywhere, and you can like kind of rinse that off, but you can't like scrub it or anything. And I don't know if it's the adhesive or if it's just the healing process, but I have been so itchy, like so itchy. So I'll pop a Benadryl or something for that. I had some cortisone cream that was suggested by one YouTuber, and I used it, but I felt like it was working for like 5 seconds. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm itching again. So I started with the Benadryl, but of course, one of the side effects of Benadryl is you get sleepy. So that hasn't been that helpful. Like, well, it's been helpful because, I'm not thinking about being itchy anymore. But as far as like me thinking I'm going to be productive or like getting something accomplished right now, nah, not happening. But yeah, super, super, super duper itchy. I've been getting a lot of questions about my size and all that kind of stuff right now. Like I said, I'm still super swollen, and I'm gonna make a video about the whole size thing when you get a reduction. But this is what I'm looking like right now. This is me from the side. It's the back. You can see where it's still swollen. It's still like some bruises right there. Yeah. This right here is the super swollen area still. And this right here, especially, like you could definitely see it right there. Like I said, getting the massages has helped a lot. Like while I was getting them done, I felt like they were, there were some areas that were a little rough, but today it's definitely paid off. Like this is probably the slimmest, like smallest that I've looked this whole process. So I'm like, cool. And I'll be going back for more massages. I have 3 this week, I think, which seems like a lot, but I didn't get started like right after. Some people recommend getting started right after. Anyway, like I said, I'll make a video about it. But my voice is back. I can talk, but I'm not sleeping. So that's cool. And I guess I'm just gonna continue trying to do like a weekly update. It's kind of too hard to do the day. I thought in my head, I was like, oh yeah, I can just film something every day. There's been some days where I didn't get out of the bed until like, and that's probably added to the swelling because you do need to get up and like walk around and stuff. But there's been days where I was just like so knocked out that I woke up at like 5 p.m. or something. So definitely have not been filming every day. Just haven't had the energy. But yeah, so this is my 2-week update. If you have any questions, if you have anything like specifically that you are, you have a question about, I probably just already said that, but whatever. Like I said, my brain gets a little foggy. But yeah, leave your comments and your questions and everything below, and I'll try to cover it. I'm definitely going to be filming some more videos. It might take a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but there's definitely some subjects that I want to talk about that I have not seen on YouTube yet. So yeah, that's that. But I'll check in with you guys later. Bye.